Good day everybody, my name is Akhileti from the Department of Hospitality Science. So today I again welcome you to the world of wine. So we are talking about the part 4. So today what we are going to study is about the types of wine, different types of wine. We have studied the basic things about wine. Now we have gone through see a certain type of wine. Wine as the figure shows, you can see the types of wine is been divided into 4. The first one is known as table wine, second is sparkling, third is fortified, and the final one that is known as aromatized wines. So this is a major classification or how wines can be or different types. So let us understand what is a table wine first of all. Table wine is divided into red wine, white wine and rose wines. So understand, so the basic wines what we get it, okay, when we think about a wine, we have in our memory like, okay, we have red wine is there, then white wine is there, then rose wine is there. Is that the only one? No. The answer shows it is not. We have sparklings, we have fortified and we have aromatized. So we will in this day, we will study what all these, but not in an elaborated way, but in a minimized way we will study what these all types of wines are talking about. So let us understand types of wines have been divided into 4, table, sparkling wines, fortified and aromatized wine. The table wine is been again divided into 3 that can be classified like red wine, white wine and rose wines. So that is all. Now let us understand what is a table wine. So as it is given, table wine is the wines or are the wines that are served on the table and makes up the largest category of wine. These are known as natural or still wines. Normally the alcohol varies from 8 to 14% by ABV. ABV means alcohol by volume. So here you understand the large category of wine which fall under the category of table wines. We know that this is all kind of red wine, white wine or rose wines. So this is a major kind of wine which fall under the category of table. So let us understand what is a red wine first of all. So red wines are made by using red grapes. Yes, obviously we know that red wine can prepare out of red grapes only. Yes, and more of full bodied than white wine and rose wine. And when we study about red wine, we can study in this way like red wines are richer and full bodied than the other white or pink or rose wines. And when we study, the skin of the grape is allowed to rest with the must and being served in the room temperature. Here, to acquire that color, to acquire that red color, what we do? We give the permission for the red grapes skin, the skin of that red grapes, we will be allowed to rest with the must in the sense that juice or that pulp what we get out of pressing or method. So here we allow the rest with the must, this grape skin, and that is the one we do. And we served always, the red wines always been served in room temperature. So that is a way how red wine is been classified. Now about white wine. So red wine we have studied, it is from red grapes. Similarly, the white wine from white grapes, normally we see a green type or green color grapes. So that is the one what we classified under the type of white wine. So white wine is made from white grapes. The flavor varies from extreme dry to sweet and color from pale to deep gold. So that is the one. What we can tell, the flavor of the white wine can be extreme dry. Sometimes the extreme dry wines which will be always can be classified under the white wines. And the sweet wines also, many of the sweet wines also fall under the category of white wines. But when we see about the color, it can be either pale color or it can be a deep golden color also. So that is the way when we see about a white wine, we can see wines are served chilled. So this is a very important factor. Here white wines always served in chilled form. Now the third category out of table wine, that is a rose wine or even called as pink wine. So what is a rose wine? So classically made from red and white grapes or even just red grapes. So that is a classification, or that is the way how a pink or a rose wine is being made. Either we will be mixing with the red and white together, or even we will be making out of just red grapes. But the thing, how we get the color. For example, if we are using only red grapes, we will not be allowing it to rest for a longer time. If we allow a longer time, what will happen? It will automatically become red wine. So once the color has been come to the must in the sense that juice, when the color is been got to that juice, we will be removing the skin of the grapes from that. So that particular color will remain there. Similarly, when we mix the white and red grape together also, we can get that pink or rose color. So that is the way, and color varies from pale pink to a minimal red. So it will not be exact red color, a kind of mix of yellow and red colors, almost like that. Next is compared to other, it is sweeter. That is the one. When we compare this rose wine with the red wine or white wine, the what we can tell, the uniqueness of this pink wine or rose wine is which is even sweeter than the other two. They are not gone for aging process. Yes, that is a very important factor there. So rose wine will not go for aging, even white wine also not for much longer time. The thing is like it doesn't require a longer time of time to get the flavor, which will it can be easily get the flavor, and the color also can be absorbed very fast as we compare to red. Next is France and Spain are the basic countries or major countries which is regarded as the best producer for the the dry rose wines. So France and Spain. So that is all about table wine. When we go to the next type of wine, that is sparkling wine. We all have, most of us have seen it. The image sees it. What is sparkling? So there is a sparkles. When we open a bottle of 7-Up or something like that, or carbonated water or carbonated drink, when we open it, what we can see? A kind of fizz will be imaged. So similarly here, in this bottle, that is sparkling wine bottle, there is extra pressure is there. The carbon dioxide is there inside it. So when you open it, automatically the froth will come up and the kind of fizz will be imaged. So that is the froth, you can see it here. So opening up of a sparkling bottle is quite important, and we will study practically in it in later stages. And as it is saying, it is an infused by carbon dioxide, CO2 in the sense that is carbon dioxide. So the sparkling wine bottles are infused by carbon dioxide, or even it is known as a method known as method Chambigones. So this is a basic method. So there are certain methods are there, Cuvée close or method transvasage, there are gasifier, there is a lot of methods are there. Similarly, here is a particular method is there, method Chambigones. This is a method, a major method we can talk about for the preparation or the manufacturing process of sparkling wine. Next, 9 to 14% of ABV. So normally a sparkling wine will have the alcohol content which is vary from 9 to 14% of alcohol by volume. So that is a sparkling wine's alcohol content. Now, the sparkling wines are basically which is come, and the best sparkling wine which is come from a country known as France, and champagne and sparkling wine. Even we know that champagne is a sparkling wine. So how this champagne is different from a sparkling wine? So very simple logic. I can tell you in a very authentic way, like all the sparkling wines are not, all the sparkling wines are not champagne, but all the champagnes are sparkling wine. I think it is clear. All the sparkling wines are not champagne, all the champagnes are sparkling wine. See, understand here, because the champagne which is produced by a country known as France, there is a particular region that is known as champagne. From that particular region known as champagne, the product champagne can be prepared. That is the reason we are telling all the sparkling wines are not champagne, but all the champagnes are sparkling wine. Yes, so that is the one. So that is the one which we could see it here. So sparkling wine is done. Now about fortified wine. So fortified wine. So what is this is the third classification of wine. So fortified wine, it is in French we call it as vins de liqueur. So what is vins de liqueur? Vins de liqueur in the sense fortified wine, which is additionally added by alcohol. So the alcohol content will be around 15 to 24% of by volume. You know that normally by fermentation we cannot acquire this 15 to 24% of alcohol by volume. The reason is fermentation can give you up to 8 to 10 or 12% of alcohol by volume, but it is doubler than that. So how this can be getted? That is the one they are telling. Added distilled grape spirit to in it. So that is the only one way how we can fortify a wine, or we can increase the alcohol content. So understand, added distilled spirit. So distilled grape spirit is normally brandy. So the brandy is being added to this fortified wine or any kind of wine, then it can be classified in the category of fortified wine, and the alcohol content will be doubler than the normal still wine. So that is the way it becomes 15 to 24% by ABV, alcohol by volume. Next is the time when we consume fortified wine, it is either before or after the meal. So it is like it can served either as aperitif or digestive. Normally a fortified wine always serves before the food. We never consume it, but even both, I mean, people are trying. And when we talk about some examples of fortified wines like Madeira, Malaga, sherry and port wine and all. Sherry, you know that sherry is from Spain. It is an authentic mixing method or blending method known as Solera system that and all we'll study in the later stages. Now Porto wine is another fortified wine which is coming from Portugal. Yes. Next is about aromatized wine. This is the last category of wine classification. So aromatized wine means, as the name says, aroma, it is some particular flavor is there. So this flavor is been got it. So this is flavored by different types of, I mean, what we can tell, the herbs or spices is been used. So that is the way the particular flavor is been got it to this. The examples are like vermouth or Lillet, all these things are, Saint Raphael's and all. So all these wines have a particular flavor, and these aromatized wines are slightly fortified. Slightly fortified in the sense, in a very limited amount of grape spirit or distilled grape spirit is been added to it. That is the way it can be slightly fortified. And normally these aromatized wines are being called as aperitifs. Aperitifs in the sense, before the meal we consume it. So aromatized wines always we consume, and most of the aromatized wines we consume before the meal, and it can be served with the ice also. So that is the one. Here Dubonnet. Dubonnet is a famous aromatized wine. So Dubonnet is served on the rocks, like with the ice we serve it. So the color you can see a kind of a pinkish color there is. So that is the way it serves. Next is about I have told already about vermouth, Martini, Saint Raphael or Lillet are the certain examples which we can give for aromatized wine. So I think the picture is even clear for you. And what is the wine? So wine classification I'll tell once again. So wines are classified into table wine, fortified wine, sparkling wine and aromatized wine. Table wines are again classified into three, that is red wine, white wine and rose wines. So thank you for the day.